I want you to get together.
Hello everyone, I've got a bit of another random rumination for you here, and this one comes off the back of a video which was deleted, which I wasn't allowed to have up, where I was discussing ideas around date setting basically, and how people are adamant that on specific dates, specific things are about to go down. There's been a lot of that going on lately. I don't know if you've noticed, but there's been a lot of people saying, you know, this is the year, or in the next couple of years, the big thing's about to go down, and there's all sorts of numerous dates and times that people have predicted. But what I'm seeing a lot of is that in 2025, we're going to see the Antichrist come onto the world stage, you know, and he's going to reveal himself. And this will be it, you know, this will be the beginning of Revelations, the end, you know, the final moments before the true ending comes, you know. And, you know, I've heard all this before. I've been hearing this for decades now. Literally, you know, I've been in it for like 15 years fully, you know, researching these things from the start, I suppose, maybe 14. So I'm into decades realm, you know, and for at least the past decade, I've been listening to people tell me that the end of the world is about to happen. You know, I don't think we're there yet. I really don't. I know everything's going a little bit crazy, but I don't think it's the craziest of humanity yet. You know, I don't think we're quite at we're going to start eating each other phase. I don't think that's quite around the corner yet. I'm not saying it's not possible. I know what human beings are capable of when you know, everything hits the fan, but I think there's more to be done yet before we're actually finally in that period of time. And but why 2025? 2025 is what I'm seeing a lot of, and I looked into it. It's based off the work of a famous theosophist called Alice Bailey. So I'm not going to go too deep into the history of Alice Bailey and who she is, but if I was to summarize very quickly, she is basically a witch who was trained by an even older witch from Russia called Helena Blavatsky. Okay, and they started the Theosophical movement, which is basically just Luciferianism with a fancy name. And there's many writings written by this Alice Bailey within out of the cult of this Theosophist society, you know. And they started, in fact, I think she even started a publication called Lucifer, which was a newspaper full of all occult stuff, you know. And Lucifer is depicted as the light bringer, you know, all this sort of thing. She's clearly a Gnostic Luciferian who believes that Lucifer is the true god of this world and the savior of all mankind type of thing. That's basically it. That's who she is. That's what she believes. But she did a lot of writing, basically saying that 2025 will be the year that the world teacher will arrive. So I called it the world teacher, okay? She herself may often claim this is Christ, or a manifestation of the Christ consciousness, but that's not who it is, okay? Don't believe that lie, you know, that's a lie. A lot of New Ages are kind of being sold today. And this world teacher, or this ascended master of some kind, or this spiritual manifestation of humanity's consciousness or something, this character's going to appear in 2025 and elevate mankind out of their evil consciousness base level stuff and help them ascend to a next level of consciousness. This will be the grand revealing, and the externalization of the hierarchy will begin to break down in the build up to this appearance, you know. And people are claiming that what we are seeing right now is this externalization of the hierarchy happening. It's the revealing of all the evil before the false savior appears to save us all with their wonderful light, this world teacher, you know. And it does seem like everything is overtly satanic now. Like, I miss the days, you know, I was talking with the guys at Conspiracy Pilled, and he said, you know, I miss the days where it was subtle, and you had to look for the symbols in music videos and stuff like that, you know, and you were lucky if you could find maybe a pyramid being thrown up in the background or an eye over there or something. But now it's just, they're just calling themselves Satanists, drinking blood and dressing like demons. They're not even like hiding what they're doing anymore. And this doesn't line up with that the supposed period of time before the Antichrist appears, or the world leader, if you want to be all theosophical about it, you know. Before this character turns up, there would be this period of time where it would become obvious that humanity has an evil problem. And obviously this is setting up for the false saviour. So that's the dichotomy here. It's from darkness to light is the Freemasonic term for this. But it's a play. It's a world stage act, you know. They are purposefully being demonic and openly outright demonic to usher in the coming of the saviour to save us from this problem, which they caused. You know, it's Hegelian dialectically planned this way. I don't know how to say this clearly, but when this character does appear, whether it's in 2025 or not, they are not what they seem. Okay, and there will be a time where we'll say, you know, peace and security, we're there now, everything's great, and then sudden destruction will come upon us from a result of what's actually going on. And it could be that the world teacher could manifest through the advent of rising AI technologies and transhumanism. It'll be some kind of conscious robot AI thing, maybe, you know. And it does seem like there has been vast movements over the past few years, power grabs and takeovers, which are suppressing this evil force that's been taking over us since 2016. We'll call it the multicolored collective, or that kind of extreme left-wing liberal ideology that kind of had its boot on our neck. And now the based people are rising up and taking over from this evil. You know, there is that kind of thing happening as well. You know, like Elon Musk supposedly buying up Twitter, you know, and being a bastion of free speech type thing. But it's all the show. These people are all actors, I believe. I don't think any of this is genuine or legitimate, you know. And so this is, like I said, all this is based on the work of a particular occultist, a Luciferian called Helena Blavatsky, who taught Alice Bailey, who is the one who released all these predictions for 2025. And you can just type in, you know, 2025 coming world leader, and there's websites dedicated to all of this. And I was reading through some of them, and it's basically just Gnostic Luciferianism. It's New Age woo stuff, you know, about consciousness and chakra alignments and opening your third eye. It's all there, and it's quite funny because, obviously, in the past decade, I have seen myself the rise of the ideology of the New Age. More prominent, you know, psychedelic exploration type stuff. Sacred geometry, chakra alignments, everything I mentioned, all that stuff, all that new agey stuff, you know, basically colourful witchcraft, which is what it is, you know. That did grow exponentially over the past 10 years. And then those new agers kind of graduated out of that childish way of thinking and went more down the occult Gnostic way of thinking into the modern age. And now, is it possible in 2025, we're all ready now, and everyone's woke, everyone's eyes are open to the evil, and the world saviour's about to arrive, and it ain't Jesus. I'm telling you right now, this saviour is not Jesus. You know, this is the one that was said would come first before Jesus arrives, something like that. Have you guys seen this? You know, what do you think? What do you think's going on? Do you think 2025 is the time? It's the year, you know, and there'll be this period of wonderful things happening. This thing will save us all from ourselves, and it'll meld perfectly in with the mainstream narrative, you know, about things heating up, causing adverse weather effects. You know, it'll solve all that problem. You know, it'll make sure that we are neutral with the particulates in the atmosphere. See, I'm trying not to say stuff here to trigger things, okay? But you know what I mean. It'll line up perfectly with the agenda at play that they tell us is happening on the Earth. That is all bollocks. It's all nonsense. It will line up perfectly with that, and he'll seem to be solving all the world's problems and bringing humanity together in peace and harmony. But this is the thing. This is what always happens. This is what will happen in that moment. Those pesky Christians are holding us back. That's how they're going to play it. And all these monotheistic people, you know, specifically the Christians, are just not willing to accept this wonderful saviour from another dimension or space or wherever the hell they say it comes from. Is not willing to accept the offerings it is giving us that will save us all. They are holding back the evolution of mankind. And this is where you can start to get the type of thinking that will justify mass murder and genocide of Christians. Because whether you like it or not, whether you believe me or not now, Christianity is the only belief system that is predicting that this is going to happen, and we know it's a lie. So we're a problem. That makes us an issue, you know. We're not going to go along with it, so we're kind of the only ones that won't really go along with that. There may be other factions and groups here, but it's all based on the Christian understanding of Revelations, you know, and the Antichrist, basically. So I can see it panning out as, you know, guillotines being rolled out and everyone cheering and clapping for, you know, ending the lives of these I don't know, primitive thought people. You know? And they won't even believe they're killing us anyway by this point. They'll be indoctrinated into the New Age philosophies and ideologies about consciousness, and they'll think they aren't really dying. You know, we're just freeing them from their flesh prison so they can finally go back to the collective and see the truth and the whole that they are a part of within some kind of wooey consciousness type narrative. You know, they'll think they're doing us a favour by murdering us. They'll think they're freeing our minds, you know, because we're all just one consciousness, experiencing ourselves individually through these things we call bodies, you know. There's no such thing as a God. We are all God collectively, and the Christians will see that once we murder them. That's literally, that level of Black Mirror logical thinking is where I see this going, you know. That's how insane these people will become during this time. And then Jesus will return and really show them what true spirituality is and what the truth is, you know, and it'll be insane. Do I think that is going to happen in the next 2 years? No. I think there's way more stuff that needs to happen yet. Way more technological advancements need to come to fruition, I think, before they have the capabilities to pull this off. And I do think Christianity may have to already be culled and lessened before they have the ability to pull it off, you know what I mean? I'm not a date setter, but I'm certainly fascinated when people do set dates. I speculate on it. Well, that's kind of what I'm doing right now. But yeah, you know, it's just to summarize this, you know, there has been some weird stuff happening. This whole Mexico releasing an alien, which is obviously like a paper mache fake of some kind, but it's kind of like they've been prepping us to be prepared for aliens or interdimensional beings to appear of some kind. It's kind of like they've been predictively programming us to be ready for something to come and save us all from ourselves, you know. And there's been this whole phenomena of people seeing things on planes and freaking out lately, you know, and that's been happening quite a lot. And whether that's real or fake, the narrative they're spinning is real because it's on the media. So they want you to see it and they want you to form an opinion of some kind. And that opinion is that the veil is lifting and people are finally seeing things, you know. And that's the externalization of the hierarchy, which Alice Bailey was talking about before the coming of the world saviour. So maybe they are trying to prep us for that ideology, that concept. Who knows? But what do you think? What do you think of this random rumination? Do you guys think this is the date? Is this the time? Do you have anything else to add that I've missed? Let me know in the comments section. Make sure to like the video and subscribe if you haven't already. And I'll be back soon with another video, guys. Thanks for listening, and as always, God bless.
I want you to get together.